this is Sam, the Frugal Hoogle Gardener. I'm in front of one of my banana plants that is creating a rack. The bud came out, the blossoms and the fingers are coming out of the bud, and I have pollinators around them. So the question came up on my banana group to cut off the bud or not cut off the bud. Most people say cut it off because it saves energy. However, there has been no scientific study that says cutting off the bud or leaving the bud on has an effect on the fruit. So this is going to be a banana bud myth buster blossom video. Okay, so as you can see, first thing in the morning, we got pollinators on the blossoms. Okay, so this bud's got female blossoms coming out with bananas attached, and the bud's going to keep opening up until all the bananas are out, and then male blossoms are going to continue to come out of the bud. Now, those male blossoms are also going to go ahead and open up and have nectar in there, and the pollinators are going to be attracted to the male bud, and I like protecting and helping out the pollinators, so I tend to leave my buds on my racks, with the exception if there's a rack coming down with a bud hanging and it keeps hitting my head where I walk or on the tractor, I'll cut it off, and then I'll go ahead and cut it up and give it to my chickens, which I'll show you in a little bit. If there's a hurricane coming, there's going to be high tropical force winds, I'll cut it down to reduce drag. Other than that, there is no reason to cut off the blossom because it has no effect whatsoever on the production and the health of the fruit. If anybody finds a scientific study that says it does, just let me know. I'd like to see it, and that would convince me. But everything that I read, not online posts, I'm talking about everything I read that deals with bananas, scientific study and all that, says no, it has no effect on the fruit that's on the rack at all. So with that said, let's check out a couple other plants that actually have the bud where the male blossoms are coming out. And I'm going to cut one off that's almost touching the ground, and that's another reason. If the blossom is touching the ground, cut it off high, because you don't want a rodent to climb up it and eat the fruit. So there you go, that's another good reason. So let's go and look, and let me find some that are male blossoms where there's some pollinators on it. Okay, so as you can see, these are male blossoms, and there's some pollinators on them right now. Okay, so you've seen a couple female blossoms with pollinators on them, but you've seen male blossoms still attract the pollinators. So let me go over to a nice big bud that's almost touching the ground, because I don't want to cut those off. The bees are enjoying. So let's go ahead and cut that one and feed it to my chickens. Okay, so here's a nice low one. If it gets any lower, a rodent could go on there and start chewing the bananas. So I feel this one's okay to go ahead and cut off. And some of these petals look like that. So they were being covered up, and all the good ones are down underneath, so there was no pollinators on this one, but they would be under the new one. So I'm just going to go ahead and take this and cut it off. And all these bad ones over here, I don't need them, so I'm just going to pull these off. They're not doing anything. Okay, but the rest of them from here on out under the petal, these are good. So let's go take this one and feed it to my chickens. Okay, so on my way over here, I went ahead and harvested another one. You can see that for some reason the wind did not shake it enough, and the petals are on there, and these are no good. The pollinators don't want those, and I'm not going to feed them to my chickens. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull these off and just keep going down until I see some good ones under there. Okay, now here's the good ones. Now if this kept on opening, the pollinators would go after those. Usually the higher ones, they shake a little bit, the petals open up. I don't know why these didn't. Could be the cold weather, I don't know. But what these are good for, online you'll see people actually eat these. So if you want to look for a recipe, just type in banana blossom recipe and you'll find it. And then people also take these, because there's nectar in it, and they put it in salads and stuff like that. Just put in banana blossoms recipe and those will come up. But what I want to do is I want to feed these to my chickens. So I'm just going to go ahead and open it up like this, right? And take those off. That's one way to do it. The next way is I go ahead and I whack it, just like this. And then I go ahead and I put them in something. I just go ahead and break them open some more. When you do this, your hands get sticky. Okay, I'm going to rinse off my hands. Okay, so that's what I'm left over with. So let's see if my chickens like them or not. Okay, so there you go. I don't waste it. I give them to my chickens along with just about everything else around here. Okay, so if you have a bud that's having male blossoms coming out, and if it's in your way, cut it off. If you think it's wind drag, cut it off. If you want to eat it, cut it off. I just go ahead and like leaving them on so the pollinators have more food, nectar, pollen. That's their thing. That's what they want. That makes them happy. We do have a bee problem in the US, so I feel like I'm doing my part because I can to help them out. But like I said in the beginning, no scientific study says that leaving the bud once it turns into male blossoms on the rack or on the plant has any effect on the fruit, taste, size. No effect at all. So put your comments below whether you go ahead and harvest them or don't harvest them, or whether you know of a scientific study that says it's better to take off because it has a effect on the fruit. I have not seen one, and I did a lot of searching. Everything that I've seen says it does not have an effect on the banana racks or fruit or taste or anything like that. And I'm not talking about people posting, I'm talking about scientific studies. So anyway, hey, with that said, this is Sam, the Frugal Hookah Gardener. Hope you enjoyed my little Mythbuster video. Hopefully I'm correct, because I would like to think that there is no effect and that I'm doing my part to help the pollinators without harming my banana fruit. So if you like my video, give me a like, give me a share. Come on over to my Facebook banana group, Florida Banana Lovers. Just go down to the description below the video, click on the link. It'll take you over to my group. You can see this posted there. You can see photos and a discussion that's now going to happen on banana blossoms. Hope to see you there.